I'm Lisa Miola. Welcome to Just Yoga. So this module focuses on how to build a better balance. So one would think that balance is just the lower half of the body, but in fact, balance is comprised of many other components. So for today's session, I thought we would focus on Warrior 3, one balance that personally I have struggled with. So in building a better balance, I decided to focus on the lower back, keeping the arms raised comfortably beside the head, strengthening the hips, and at the end of the rainbow, coming into our Warrior 3. As always, having our chair nearby to raise the floor and lower our anxiety. So, if you're ready, you can make sure you have some water nearby. Again, never wait for me to take a drink or to pause. And I don't have a knee pad today. I do have a thicker mat, but if you have something, a thin pillow you may want to use to cushion your knees, or some kind of maybe garden pad. So we will be doing some work on our knees. Okay? All right. So let's get started. So we actually will be starting on our hand and knees. And you know what? I've never shared this little trick with you, but if you have a thinner mat, you can take the mat and kind of roll it. And then this part actually becomes a nice little knee pad. So if your mat is thinner, you can kind of layer it to create your own knee pad and then just unfurl it so that it's back to its original flat mat. Okay. All right. So tabletop position, wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hip, and moving through our cat-cow. So inhale, rounding the spine. Exhale, arching the spine, looking upward but not up, and just flowing nice and easy. Warming up the spine. Beautiful. And then wherever you are, coming into just a tabletop position. So we're going to just start by extending through the left foot, as if you were pushing the wall behind you. Nice. And then the right. Inhale, exhale, back to the mat. And the left. Inhale, exhale. So keep those abdominals strong. Taking your time. Minding to see that you stay flat and you're not tipping to one side or the other. So now let's add on to the spinal balance. We're going to extend through the left and then reach through the right hand. Now, if you start to tip, then by all means, keep that hand on the floor and we'll just do more rounds. Otherwise, keep those abdominals tight. And if you just raise your chair, your brain's going to know you're safe, right? We've been saying this all along in Just Yoga. Because yoga is a practice, it's not a competition. And I don't know what your chair looks like. Maybe you can go under, but trying to get at least to shoulder level. Because again, when we're doing the warrior three, those arms are going to come up beside our head. So let's just do a couple more like this. Excellent. So now we're coming up onto the knees. And we're going to take the left foot forward. And again, your chair's always nearby for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to stretch the hip flexor muscle. So that's that muscle in that pocket area that helps lift the leg. But what it also does is it helps release the lower back so that the back isn't tight and sore. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this left leg at a nice 90-degree angle. And we're not going to lean forward. Instead, we're going to take the pelvis and just kind of scoop it under until you feel a nice stretch here. And just breathe into it. Give me one more breath. Great. So now we'll swap. So bringing that right foot up. And again, that knee is over the ankle. It's a nice right angle. See how these lines are? Beautiful. And just scoop in. So again, not leaning forward, just scooping till you feel a nice little pull in this pocket area. If you feel a bit wobbly, again, your chair is here, light touch. Your brain and you balance. Last breath. Good. So now we're going to go back over to the left. And I know this might seem repetitive. It's the same, but it's different. So again, setting up that leg, scooping up the pelvis. And now we're going to sweep up that right arm right beside you. This left hand is down, palm facing forward. So a lot going on here, keeping the abdominals tight. And again, if you feel off balance, use that left hand. Don't use the right. I want you to keep that right hand beside the head. Doesn't that feel great? Okay, bring down the arm, and then we'll swap. So setting up this first, right angle here, scooping, feeling that nice pocket stretch in the hip flexor, sweeping up the left arm, and then right palm faces forward. Last breath. nice and easy. Relax and bring it down. So the right foot is already up. Let's take the left one up and then inhale, sweep it all the way up. Palms to the center, all the way down. So now we're going to warm up the entire body. We're going to do our complete sun salutations. And we've done these before using our chair for our up dog. So we're going to move really slow and methodical. Okay. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, right foot, left foot, and pushing our hips toward the sky into our downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, moving into plank. Exhale, bending the elbows, bending the knees. Lowering to the mat. Uncurl the toes. And we're going to stretch the arms. Stretch that lower back, almost like you were going to howl to the moon. Upward facing dog. Oh, not too much. Not too much. And then we're going to come in, curl the toes, and push into that downward facing dog again. Stepping forward, right foot, left foot, and coming all the way up. Let's do it again on the other side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, stepping back. Left foot, right foot, pushing into our down dog. Take a breath. Inhale, floating into that plank, upward push-up. Exhale, lowering down. And now lowering the knees, uncurl the toes, upward facing dog. And curl the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward left. And bringing that all the way. Nice. Exhale, forward fold. We'll do it one more time on each side. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, right foot, left foot, pushing into down dog. Inhale, move into plank. Exhale, bending the elbows, bending the knees, upward facing dog. Curl the toes, downward facing dog. Stepping through right foot, left foot, sweep it all the way up. We got one more time, one more side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, stepping back. Left foot, right foot. Push those hips up. Oh, see, now you're a little warmer. Maybe the heels are touching the mat. Doesn't matter, but just an observation. Inhale, coming into our plank. Exhale, lowering down. Stay strong. Lower the knees. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, curl the toes, downward facing dog. And stepping left and right. And inhale, all the way up. Palms together. And break down the center. So just taking a moment to pause and checking in with your body, seeing how you're feeling. So maybe just close the eyes and go inward for a moment. Breathing in through the nose deeply. So let's open the eyes and let's do some more work with the arms and the hips. So let's do our chair flow. So we've done this in the past. We're going to start here, feet are just about hip distance apart, and we're going to swoop down into our chair pose. Arms beside the head, kind of forward. A lot of weight in our heels. Great. Inhale, sweeping back into airplane, palms face down. Sweep it all the way up. Exhale. Down into chair, those arms come a little forward. Inhale. Exhale up, extended mountain. Inhale, chair. Exhale. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, chair. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Keep those arms there. And just a little arc in that, little arch in that lower back. Relax the shoulders. So just allowing muscle memory to feel what it's like to have those arms right beside the head. Guess what? In our warrior three, that's where they're going to be. Arms together. Let's bring it down the center. You're doing great. So let's move on and do a little bit of balance work. So I'm going to take the chair kind of to the side of the mat. So we have some room to move. And your preference, if you want it facing forwards or backwards, that's entirely up to you. So we're going to be doing some curtsies, but we're going to be doing curtsies with a little bit of balance. So we're going to strengthen the thighs and the hips, but we're also going to challenge our balance at the same time, because again, that's what Warrior 3 is all about, right? Balance. Okay. So we're going to take up this left knee up. Nice. And I can just touch this chair. Lets me know I'm safe. Good. Palms together. And I'm just going to kind of hinge, curtsy to the side, bending forward. Good. And come up, up, up. And bringing that knee up. Good. So curtsy to the side, using the chair for balance. And up. Again. Into that thigh. Push, push, push. Nice and slow. Doing it. Last one. Great. All right. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. So doing the other side. Move here so you can see my legs. Okay. Right leg is up. Toes barely touching the chair. Telling my brain I'm safe. Curtsy to the side. Push it up. Nice. Okay. Push. Starting to feel something in the thighs? Yes? Last one. And up. Terrific. Okay. So if you'd like, you can use the chair to help yourself get down to the mat. And we're going to do a little bit of floor work. Working on these oblique muscles, which are going to help us as well. So again, trying to stay strong through the lower back and the core. So lying on our side, right forearm on the mat. Knees are bent, maybe 90 degrees. Hand on the hip, and we're just pushing into the mat. So just lifting up and lower. Nice. Pushing up and down. Again, up. Push. Make it a little more challenging. We can extend this arm to the sky. Push it up. Feel the difference, yeah? And again, if it's too much, bring that hand back down to the hip. Your obliques are still working, I promise you. Awesome. All right, let's spin it over. We'll do the other side. So again, on the forearm, legs are bent like halfway, 90 degrees, 45 degrees. Hand on the hip, starting up, pushing up and down. Good. So, modified side plank, yeah? And adding that arm. Keeping those abdominals tight. Terrific. So now coming on to the abdomen, I'm going to do just a few overs. So hands by the chest and just lifting the head, the chest off the mat. You're not pushing, and bring it down. And again, coming up, 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 and bringing it down. And up, up, up. So baby cobra, baby, baby. Last one. Nice. So as we did in the beginning, we were doing those quadrupeds with the arms and the legs alternating. We're going to do our swimming on the floor. So arms in front. Head is just off the mat. So we're going to lift left leg, right arm, and down. Left arm, right leg. Nice and easy, just alternate. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now doing both arms, both feet, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, bring the hands in, and let's go back into a child's pose. Let's open up the knees, bring the toes to touch, reach out those arms. Really enjoy this child pose. And again, if your head doesn't reach the mat, not everybody's does, you do potato fists. Feel free to use a block or a book or a pillow. Okay, so nice and easy, we're coming up. And I'm going to move our chair back in front here. And coming up 1 foot at a time. And sweep it all the way up. And push it down. Excellent. So, are we ready? Are we ready to try our warrior 3? So, strong hips, strong core, strong back, arms beside the head. So we're going to do 1 time on each side, and we'll move into it in different ways. So one way may resonate a little more than another. So listen to your own body. You are your own yogi. Okay? All right. So palms together. We're going to step back with the right foot. We're going to have a little bend in that front knee, and we're going to push off until we come into this warrior 3. So we're in a balance, and then palms together, we're going to reach forward until the arms are beside the head. Breathe. Pushing into the mat. That standing leg is active. Arms back to center and stand. Woo! We did it. We did it. So again, you notice my palms came apart. That's fine. It's just a way to get us started when you're bringing it next to our head. So if you noticed any traditional pictures, the palms are separated. Okay. So now we're going to start with the hands up overhead. Palms together. And we're going to hinge at the hips. We're going to stay on our right leg, and the left is coming behind us. So starting here and hinging. Hinge, hinge, hinge. And again, the palms may separate now. Back to where we started and down the center. So how did that feel? Well, again, everybody's going to have a different way to build their warrior 3. And I guess if you look around in books and YouTube, I'm sure there's many, many more ways to get in and out of the warrior 3. But this is what we decided to do for today. So let's make our way to the floor. We'll do a little bit of stretching and shavasana before we carry on the rest of our day. Okay. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And we're coming down one knee at a time. And, oh no, one knee at a time and then into tabletop. That's okay. We're going to sweep up the right arm. We're going to thread it through, bringing the head towards the mat. And again, if the head doesn't reach, it can be on a pillow or a block. And extending the left arm. And again, if that's too intense, bring it back. So just stretching the shoulders. We did a lot of work with them today. And wherever your left hand is, bringing it back a little closer to you. Sweep that right arm up and bringing it down to the mat. Let's do the other side. So sweeping that left arm up and underneath. Reaching the right hand forward. And again, if your right arm was forward, bring it back. And now we're pushing through the right arm, sweeping it up, and bringing it down to the mat. So now we'll cross at the ankles, sit back, knees are bent, and just slowly making our way down to the floor. So one vertebra at a time, using our abdominals. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Excellent. So just stretching out the hips a little bit. So bringing the arms out to the side like a letter T. We're going to just let the knees collapse to the left. So I'll say this, if you have any lower back issues, you may want to cross the right over the left, using that as a kickstand so you don't go all the way to the ground. So otherwise, you can just let the knees collapse all the way, or option to use that right leg as a kickstand. Looking over the right shoulder just for a nice gentle neck stretch. So coming back to the center, knees are bent, both feet are flat on the mat. And now letting the knees go over to the right. And again, if you have a lower back issue, take that left leg over, use it as a kickstand. That way that doesn't go any further. And we'll look over the left shoulder. 80% of Americans have lower back issues for one reason or another. So I've learned through the years how to modify for my lower back. It may not be the same as yours, but when I can, I try to offer little tidbits of information that may or may not help you. And coming back to the center. And extending through the toes, pointing, reaching the arms up overhead. Reach, reach, and stretch. And then bringing the arms beside you, palms face up, And if you'd like to leave your legs long, that's fine. For Shavasana, you can keep the knees bent, bring the soles of the feet together, whatever feels relaxing and comfortable for you for the next 2 minutes. What I think is nice and relaxing, you bring the feet a little wider. You can just make a little teepee with the knees. Feels good with the back, and you're kind of relaxed. A little bit more than when the knees are straight. Ah. And maybe just bringing into mind, what is balance for you? What does balance mean for you? Does it mean fitting in your practice? Does it mean getting enough sleep? Does it mean volunteering? What does balance mean? So let's start to bring our awareness back to the room, the space that you're in, bringing the knees to the chest, and maybe just massaging that lower back side to side. It's done a lot of work today. And then rolling over to one side, gently pushing yourself up into a nice, easy seated position. Maybe placing the hands on the knees and taking some gentle circles. And swapping direction. And you're nice and tall. Taking the left hand to the right knee and just take that right hand behind you. Get as tall as you can and just gently twist it to the right. And back to the center. Taking that right hand on the left knee, left hand behind. And again, getting as tall as we can. And floating back into the center. Taking our hands in prayer position. I bow to each and every one of you with love, joy, and gratitude. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. I'll see you soon.